On the FDR Drive heading downtown, 20s over towards Houston Street, and you're a little sluggish in Queens already. LIE westbound, Junction Boulevard, right back over towards Woodhaven Boulevard. Still doing work on the Belt Parkway eastbound, couple lanes knocked out, Pennsylvania Avenue into Erskine Street, and construction on the BQE in Brooklyn westbound from the Brooklyn Bridge right over towards Atlantic Avenue, alternate side in effect today. This traffic report is being sponsored by UTOG, Manhattan's most reliable car service. You can visit them at utog.com to set up an account. We're at 75 degrees, Central Park, Bloomberg 1130, 3-day forecast. Clouds, some sunshine for today. Do watch out for these showers and gusty thunderstorms. We'll have a high today of 85 to 90. And becoming partly sunny for tomorrow. Still can't rule out an afternoon shower or thunderstorm. Temperatures once again 85 to 90. And then partly sunny for Friday. We'll have a high on Friday near 85. With Best Ride in and out of the city, this is Bloomberg 1130. Bloomberg Daybreak continues.
Broadcasting live from the Bloomberg Interactive Broker Studio in New York. Bloomberg 1130 to Washington, D.C. Bloomberg 99.1 to Boston. Bloomberg 106.1 to San Francisco. Bloomberg 960 to the country. Sirius XM Channel 119 and around the globe. The Bloomberg Business app and BloombergRadio.com. This is Bloomberg Daybreak.
It's 5:30 on Wall Street. Good morning. I'm Nathan Hager.
And I'm Karen Moscow. We are just about 4 hours away from the opening of U.S. trading. Let's get you up to date on the news you need to know at this hour. U.S. futures are higher after yesterday's 1.3% gain. Meanwhile, the yuan is weaker after China's central bank set its daily reference rate just barely below 7. We get more from Bloomberg FX strategist David Finnerty.
They don't want a one-way trade, because if they do, then the yuan's just going to weaken. Traders will get on that trade, and that means capital outflow. So it's the last thing they want. So if they are going to do it, they have to sort of do it gradually. Normally what they'll do is let it go a bit, then they'll pull it back to tighten back those shorts. So I'd be watching the fixings over the next few days, but I wouldn't be surprised if the People's Bank of China does try and actually do a stronger fixing when not expected, just to say, hey, this isn't a one-way trade.
And the yuan is currently trading at 7.0761 per dollar.
The New Zealand dollar is weakening sharply after a bigger than expected rate cut from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Governor Adrian Orr cut rates by 0.5% and warned future policy could include negative rates.
When you're looking at Europe, Sweden, Japan, all with negative interest rates, and with us at 1% and many other economies below 1%, it's easily within the realms of possibility that we might have to use negative interest rates.
New Zealand's dollar is weaker by 1.5%. The Aussie dollar slid 0.5% on the news, and we also had rate cuts from the Reserve Bank of India and Thailand overnight.
Gold trading around $1,500 an ounce as the U.S.-China trade war festers, global growth slows, and central banks around the world ease monetary policy. Right now, COMEX gold is up 1% of $15.50 at $1,499.60 an ounce.
Shares of Disney are down 3.6% after earnings and revenue that missed estimates. We get more from Bloomberg's Charlie Pellet.
Underwhelming performance from its newly acquired Fox businesses offset box office successes such as Avengers Endgame. CEO Bob Iger said one of the biggest issues affecting earnings was the Fox studio performance. Disney was also spending more money on its ESPN Plus and upcoming Disney Plus streaming services, and its results were hurt by taking control of Hulu with the purchase of Fox's entertainment businesses. Charlie Pellet, Bloomberg Daybreak.
All right, Charlie, thank you. Shares of Weight Watchers are gaining this morning, up almost 22% after raising its full-year forecast.
And in Europe, shares of Commerzbank and Unicredit are down more than 4%. The European banks warned of weaker earnings as escalating trade tensions take a toll on clients.
And S&P futures, they're up about 9 points. Dow futures up 67. NASDAQ futures up almost 40. And the 10-year Treasury up 6/30 seconds. The yield 1.68%. Straight ahead, we have the latest world and national news. And this is Bloomberg.
All right, thanks, Karen. It's 5:33 on Wall Street, and Michael Barr has more on what's going on around the world. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Nathan. President Donald Trump will seek to console the grief-stricken residents of El Paso and Dayton today. It follows a pair of weekend shootings that left at least 31 people dead and dozens wounded. However, there are mixed feelings about the president's visit later this morning. Dayton Mayor Nan Whaley says she welcomes the president's visit and will meet with him.
Look, I'm disappointed with his remarks. I mean, I think they fell really short. He mentioned, like, gun issues one time.
After Dayton, the president and first lady will later head to El Paso. Democratic presidential candidate Beto O'Rourke, who is from El Paso, said Trump shouldn't visit, and the city's Republican mayor has acknowledged local opposition to the president. Meanwhile, Texas Senator Ted Cruz spent last night visiting with first responders and emergency personnel in El Paso. Cruz says he wants to aggressively address the growing problem of mental health in America.
We know in this sort of instance that often mental illness plays a critical role, that people who commit sick acts of mass murder like this are often dealing with very severe